and welcome to another episode of Bowman, Ultra, and Fleer. Oh my! Ken Griffey Jr., Dennis Eckersley, Gary Carter, and the rest. It is episode number 8 of season 6 of Bowman, Ultra, and Fleer, and if this is your first time here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the lower right-hand pack out of each of these boxes and find the best card in the pack, and then we're going to take all the packs and put them against each other and see who has the best pack. We'll have a gold, we'll have a silver, and we'll have a bronze, and then we'll have an honorable mention, because that is how we do things here. So let's get our pack selection ready to go. Andy stepped in the box, and so it is destroyed now. This is our pack of 1989 Upper Deck. We are trying to get a Ken Griffey Jr. out of this thing, and hopefully we will. We haven't done it yet. We are finishing the first row, or second row today. The second row, it's episode number 8. So, we got 10 more episodes this season. This one's next. This one's next. This is 1989 Fleer, the lower right hand corner. We are looking for the Ken Griffey Jr. This too. This is provided by our half of this box is provided by our local card store. He is in the description if you want to go check him out. And this is our pack of 89 Bowman. The gum is sticking this year, so I froze this one to see if that will help us. And then we have our 1993 Fleer Ultra Gold Break pack. These have been bricked, so I opened this one already, and I de-bricked this one by sticking it in the car at 120 degrees for about an hour, and that melts the wax usually, and or melts whatever it is that causes them to stick together, and that usually generally does the job. Not always, but most of the time. This is our 93 Series 2 Fleer Ultra Gold Bricked. Our Gold Brick Fleer Ultra pack. And that's where we start. And like I said, I've already opened this one and de-bricked it. And so there's no snow today. So yay! Unfortunately, I do know what's in here. And let's go ahead and get started. We have Billy Brewer for the Royals. Shout out to NW Stang.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to Koshka.
Yeah.
Shout out to NW Stang and Chattown for the Royals.
Also Andy.
And Andy.
Yeah.
The Flying Chicken Nugget.
Yeah.
Then we got Brian Harper.
And Mama.
For the Mets. The Mama Hobbyist.
Yeah. And you. Shout out to you.
I don't need to shout out me. Charlie O'Brien for the Mets. Shout out to Joe Mansman. Peely Mama Gaming. And Mets Rule. James Jameson. Carter's Kids. All of those Mets fans out there. We got Walt Weiss. We're going to shout out not Joe Mansman. Airtime for the Weiss. He's on the Fish. Not that the Fish are Jeff Airtime's favorite team, but he did like Walt Weiss. Jeff Codine for the Fish too. He's got 2 fish. Got Checklist. Is that Carlos Berg? It looks like Carlos Berg on it. I don't know if it is or not. Is that another fish? It's another fish. Brett Barbary for another fish. Got a rookie. John Cummings for the Mariners. Shout out to Cash and Dad. Is that in the snow? No. Cash and Dad. Vintage Dave T. And Flying Dutchman Cards for the Mariners. That's their favorite teams right there. And then we have Guillermo Velasquez for the Padres. Shout out to Stimmer's Hits. And another Hollis build for the Padres. And what is casting that shadow there? Oh, it's the cards. Okay. Oh, we got a Ken Griffey Jr. The kid. No snow on the junior. That is awesome. I'm happy about that. Ken Griffey Jr. on the kid. So I get to put in the header today. We get a Ken Griffey Jr. out of Bowman Ultra and Fleer. Get the sock it up a little bit. We got a Keith Miller on the Royals. There's the guy at work that has the name Keith Miller. I keep asking him, did he play baseball? We have Scott Brocious on the A's. Shout out to a mess of things and Dad over at Rad Dad Where's B Dog. We got Carlos Garcia on the Pirates. Shout out to Zach's Collections for the Pirates. And another fish. This is just a fish pack. Alex Arias for another fish. This must be the expansion pack. We got Joe Orsulak for the Mets. We've already shutted up the Mets. But the Ken Griffey Jr. is going to win this pack. Is there anything we want to put against Ken Griffey Jr.? Maybe Keith Miller. And Walt Wise. Just to have a battle. I might get surprised. This might be a year he was hurt or something. Nope. So his 308 average. Everybody else, 284 for Keith Miller. That's not too bad. And 27 home runs. So yes, Ken Griffey Jr. takes the pack. And he takes the gold spot for Ultra as of right now. Alright, let's get into this 89 Bowman pack that I froze to try to get this gum off. It doesn't seem to work today. Yeah, it didn't seem to work today. Jeffrey Leonard is the gum card. Oh, yeah, maybe it did work today. Jeffrey Leonard is the gum card. Yeah, they worked today. It was in the refrigerator for about an hour, or freezer for about an hour. What team is that though? What team is that? Okay, which team is not up here? Looks like it might be the Mariners. Oh, there's the Mariners, right? I don't know who that is. I don't know what team that's for. So I can't claim that one. I can't shout out anybody that one because I don't know what team that is. I'm going to go Satchel Paige as our commercial card. We got Astro. Shout out to Sean over at Sean the Jedi Master. And shout out to Rad over at Rad Dad Where's B Dog. We got a red, Jose Rijo. Wait, I didn't say who that was. Brian Mayer. We got Jose Rijo for the Reds. Shout out to Back to Cardboard Shannon. And Aaron over at Faith Family and Sports. Hey, we got Keith Miller again. On the Mets. I'm going to shout out the Mets. We got Kirk Gibson on the Dodgers. Shout out to the GOAT Brandon Jensen and LA Collections. What's that? Is that Candy Maldonado or who is that? Carmelo Martinez for the Padres. We've already shouted out the Padres, I believe. Mike Socia on the Dodgers. Doug Jones on the Indians. Shout out to Scott over at Ranger Studios for the Indians. I don't know who that is. Bo Diaz. Must be Beauregard Diaz. Mike Wilkins for the Pirates. Alan Trammell for the Tigers. Shout out to Last Drafts Baseball and 6G for the Tigers. And shout out to the late Lisa Z. Lisa Cabbage. Her favorite team was the Tigers, and we end with Jeff Montgomery on the Royals. So no Griffey out of that one. There wasn't much of a battle in here at all. Got Alan Trammell. Let's do Bo Diaz. He might be a rookie though. Is he a rookie that year? Nope. It's close though. I think it's second year. Doug Jones, Max Socio, Kirk Gibson, Keith Miller. Just all batters. All batters. That's the gum card. That's the gum card. Let's see what we get out of here. This battle right here. Alan Trammell. Let's see what the average is. 311 for Alan Trammell. 219 for Bo Diaz. Doug Jones is the pitcher. And it looks like he is a relief pitcher. Yeah, he's a relief pitcher, so I don't want to fight that battle. 257. 290 for Gibson. And Keith Miller's rookie card. It's Keith Miller's rookie card right there. I thought it was 88 for Keith Miller. Home runs! Who's got the home runs? 15 for Alan Trammell. 10 for Bo Diaz. 3 for Mike Socia. Socia's out. And 25 for Kirk Gibson. 25 versus 15. So Alan Trammell and Kirk Gibson are in the battle. Least strikeouts wins. 46 for Alan Trammell. How many at-bats did he have? He had 4 rating. That's good enough. And he had 120. So Alan Trammell takes the Bowman pack. Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. Can he take the Griffey? Can he take the Griffey? I don't know. 308. He doesn't take. He did take the average. Home runs 27, so he took the home runs. So it's 1-1. Home runs 27. Strikeouts 67 for Ken Griffey Jr. and 46 for Alan Trammell. So Alan Trammell actually takes the gold. Actually takes the gold from Ken Griffey Jr. Now that's surprising. That is surprising right there. Alright. Here we go. Looking for the junior again. Can we get another junior? This card is backwards. Can we get another junior? I don't know. That would be great if we got another junior. Chicago Cubs history. We got the Braves, the Cubs, the Royals, and the Brewers. We're going to shout out Steve Rademacher for the Brewers. We're going to shout out David M., Craig B., Vintage Card Steve, Matty Ice, Doug, Don't Talk to Robots, Papa Bear, lots of Cubbies fans, and we got the Braves. We're going to shout out Adam, Cuz, Zach, Josh, Center Hill Cars, all the Braves fans out there. Lots and lots of Braves fans too. Start off with George Bell on the Blue Jays. Shout out to Alex over at Jays Mix for the Blue Jays, and Shaw Racing Collects for the Blue Jays. Got another Bravey. Tommy Gregg on the Bravies. Another Blue Jay. Pat Borders. Put Pat Borders as one of the battles there. Jose Lind for the Pirates. Kirby Puckett. Well, it's over. There's our winner, because Kirby Puckett was the man in 1988. So Kirby Puckett's most likely going to win the whole thing. He's going to go straight to gold. I'm almost sure of it. They got Bruce Sutter. or Sutter on the Bravies again. Didn't he make the Hall of Fame? I think he did. Felix Furman for the Pirates. Oh my goodness!
Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
The call!
There it is. That's the card we've been looking for. That is the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. Oh man, and Kirby Puckett would take the gold too. Oh my goodness. Finally, we got a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card out of here. That is awesome. Put that right there. Finish this pack up. Joe McGrain. Cardinals. Shout out to Parker Card Breaks. And, oh, I didn't shout out Julie Farnham for the Twins. I'm sorry. Sorry, Julie. And I'm just happy about the junior. Finally getting the junior out here. Joe McGrain. Jody Reed for the Red Sox. Shout out to Stash and Dave Durango for the Red Sox. We got Fred Marquet. He has an error card, I think, in this series. But we're going to shout out Epiphany Card Collectors and S.A. Hutterville and Big Mike over at Sports Card 959 for the White Sox. Keith Brown on the Reds. Andy McGaffin for the Expos. And a Michael Moore. Oh, Michael Moore. We're going to... Andy McGaffin, we're going to shout out John over at Firestarter Breaks for the Expos. And there's a Mike Moore Mariners. So... Ken Griffey Jr. is going to win the gold. Ken Griffey Jr.'s got the gold. I am fairly certain Kirby Puckett would take Alan Trammell, but I want to see if he would or not. 356, of course. 311. I mean, he had an outstanding year, Alan Trammell did, but Kirby Puckett had a stellar year in '88. Home runs, 24 for Puckett and 15 for Alan Trammell. Yes, so Ken Griffey Jr. would have been, or Kirby Puckett would have been in gold anyway. But we have to put the Ken Griffey Jr. in gold because that is the chase card we have been looking for since the series began. And it only took 8 episodes to get there. That is awesome. And you know what? There is a chance for another Ken Griffey Jr. because this is 2 half boxes. 2 half boxes. So we might get another half box that has another Ken Griffey Jr. in there. There is 11 packs from the expensive card store, and the rest are from my local card store. So there is a chance that we might get another Ken Griffey Jr. out of that. So is this going to be a junior day? Are we going to get a junior out of here too? I don't know. Let's see if we do. It's very exciting today. We finally got a Ken Griffey Jr. That pack just came open. It's like somebody opened it already. That wasn't me. I did not open it. We got Jim Abbott. I like that card. That's a cool card. A triple exposure Jim Abbott. That is his rookie as well. Yep. If you don't know the story about Jim Abbott, he only had one hand, and he pitched in the majors for a few years. Jim Abbott did. We got Rick Mailer on the Bravies. Oh, the Angels. We're going to shout out TCB for the Angels. He probably knows about Jim Abbott. Daryl Boston for the White Sox. Gary Green for the Padres. Nick Saski for the Reds. Larry Owen for the Royals. Paul Zervelia for the Indians. Shout out to Scott over at Reindeer Studio for the Indians. There's a Mike Heath. Mike Heath. We got the Padres and the A's for our stickers. Get a Mike Heath on the Tigers. Mike Heath. Shout out to Mike Heath. Mike Heath is... Miss you, Mike. Hadn't seen you in a long time. Ricky Horton on the Dodgers, not Ricky Morton. Mel Hall on the Yankees. Shout out to Boomslang, Hedgehog, Mancini, Tony Black. Lots of Yankees fans. Ivan Calderon on the White Sox. Wade Boggs. There's one I need. I'm pretty sure I need this card. Wade Boggs, the Chicken Man on the Red Sox. He would have had a good shot to getting up there too. I don't know. He might take the silver away from Allen. Johnny Padres on the Expos. Jack Clark on the Padres. And Rick Sorrell on the Red Sox. So here we go. We're going to take... I'm pretty sure Wade Boggs is going to take this pack. Let's see, who would be the battle? Well, Jack Clark can be in the battle there. I'll put Mike Heath in the battle too, just so we can have Mike Heath out there. Jim Abbott didn't have anything in there, so we can't put him in there. And we'll put Daryl Boston, because sometimes we get a surprise. Who wins what? We get 366. He might even took Kirby Puckett. I don't know. 366. Anybody even close to 366? No. None of them even hit 250. Home run. Only 5 home runs? Surely somebody could take the home runs then. 27 for Jack Clark. 18 for Mike Heath. Or no, 5 for Mike Heath. And Daryl Boston had 15. So Daryl Boston versus Wade Boggs. I'm surprised he only had 5 home runs. Alright, so now the least strikeouts win, and that is 34 for Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs takes... Are we going to bump Ken Griffey Jr. down to the honorable mention? Oh my goodness. That is a wild day today. 308 for Ken Griffey Jr. 366, of course. Home runs 27. Home runs 5. So it comes down to the strikeouts. And Wade Boggs takes Ken Griffey Jr. and sticks him into the honorable mention this week. That is amazing. Alright, Alan Trammell. 311, 366. How many home runs did Alan Trammell have? He had more than 5, I'm sure. Yep, 15. Alright, strikeouts. Did he have less than 34? No, he had 46. So Wade Boggs takes the silver away from... Put the stickers over here. The silver away from Alan Trammell. Now, would he have taken... Could he take Kirby Puckett? Because I know Kirby Puckett was the man in 88. Was the Chicken Man actually the man? Oh. 366. And he had 356. Uh-oh, Kirby. And Kirby had 24 home runs, so we knew that was going to happen. But he had 83 strikeouts, so Kirby Puckett would have lost to the Chicken Man if he was in the battle. So Kirby Puckett is no longer the man in 88. It is the Chicken Man, Wade Boggs. He's the man in 88. But all that is mute because we have Ken Griffey Jr. out there. And here is our final standings. This is a wild one today because I would not have expected Ken Griffey Jr. to be the honorable mention for today. But he is. Ken Griffey Jr. with his 306 batting average is the honorable mention this week. Then we got Alan Trammell with his 311. With his 311 batting average is the bronze. The Chicken Man technically would have been gold if it were not for the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, the chase card that we've been trying to get this entire season. We got it halfway through, and we got a chance at another one. So, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, that button's down below. Please give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and or a comment to let me know how you liked or disliked this video. Check out the comments because everybody in the comments is cool. Click on that bell if you want to be alerted to my next video. And once again, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Roll those beautiful bean credits. Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie card.
Wubba lubba dub dub!